What's up? Oh, first things first, happy motherfucking birthday. I hope you had a great day. I also hope that you get to fulfill your dreams, your hopes and dreams, your wishes. Wish nothing for the best. Nothing but the best for you, homie. Also, I know my hair looks kind of crazy right now. Got my bangs, but it's disregarded. But yeah, this video is gonna be to help you eventually make your own guacamole. This is my dad's recipe, and then like now mine, because obviously we don't like do it exactly the same. So we'll see how it turns out for you. Very excited to see how it turns out. Yeah, and also I got off of work and then I went to the store to do grocery shopping and stuff. So I'm kind of like crazy right now. Currently it's like 9 o'clock. 9:30. So I'm hoping to be able to get this video to you by 12 because it's not too late yet, you know. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Alrighty then. Well, the rest of this is just gonna be a voiceover. So ready with these avocados. We're gonna have some limones. I'll talk about them later. And then we have the jitomates, pretty normal sized. Sometimes you just want to use 2 depending. Some cilantro. Some onion. We have some salt. Yummy. And then we have our tools, which is the knife and then the little squeezer thing. And then I'm using this little Tupperware. You can use a glass. I don't know, it just depends on what you're gonna do. And then I have this little cutter board thing. It's made out of bamboo. It's real nice. I like it. So we're gonna start off with the avocado, and basically you just cut it like normal, right? But the thing that's important is depending on how chunky or how like fine, I guess you could say, you want it or your family wants it, you want to cut accordingly. So the way that I cut it is usually, because my dad likes it pretty chunky, I just do 2 lines, like on the long end, I cut it 2 lines. Oh, and then when you cut down, don't cut into the skin, like cut far down into, like almost like if you're cutting into your hand, but don't cut past the skin, just so that it's easier for you to scoop it out. And then, so basically I usually cut it like that with 2 on the long ways, and then 2 like wide ways. But you can also do 3 long ways, and then it makes it kind of thinner, like smaller little pieces, and then 3 long ways as well, you know. And it just like, it depends. If you want it to be extra chunky, you want to just do 2 lines on each side. So I did it both ways so you could see. But then you just grab your spoon and you scoop that shit out and then put it into your container. Normally, like what we do, because it's like usually for big events, we have like a big bowl that we mix everything in. It's like huge. And then we put everything in there, and then after we're done, we like mix it all together. So it's pretty, like, after we get that done, then we move it to a container that we're gonna have it in. So I don't know about you, but we are just having it for my dad and me, so I'm just using a small container because I'm gonna put it in the fridge for tomorrow. In fact, he's already sleeping. I don't know if you can hear the fucking snores, but yeah. Because I can hear him, but I don't know if you can. Anyways, So yeah, so basically just make sure you get all of them out. Every little bit of avocado counts. And these came out real nice, actually. Look at this transition, bruh. What was that? What was that? Oh my god, these transitions have me dead. Okay. So yeah, then after you get the, usually I like to start off with the cilantro, with the actually no, the order I was doing it is fine. So then for the jitomate, there's also 2 ways that you can do it. For me, for my dad, since he likes it chunky, the first way that I do it, since he likes it chunky, I usually do it like that. But me personally, I like it like not that much, because when the jitomate slices are really big, it's like too much to bite, you know? So yeah, so basically the first way that I cut it is basically the way that you can cut it so that the pieces are smaller. I would just say that, like, use a different knife, because the one I used, I don't know if it's because like it's not filed and it's not like really sharp, or if it's what, but it was really hard. I was struggling to cut with that bitch. So yeah, so I would suggest the knife that has like the little piquitos. It's like a little wooden one and it has the piquitos like sharp. Or a really big one that's like stainless steel or whatever. But yeah, so that was basically the small way. And then the other way that I usually like to do it is cut it down the middle, like turn it up so that the skin is facing down, and you're cutting into it. That's the way that it's easier to cut into, and it's not like you don't struggle as much as trying to cut through the skin first. So yeah, so basically I just cut the 4 little slices, and then I cut the sideways or whatever, and I leave pretty big room, and then you can tell that like they're a lot bigger than the other little ones. So yeah, so basically I'm just gonna do all of them like this. I'm gonna cut all of them, and then at the end of the video I'll towards the end I'll let you know about like the sizing and stuff, like how much you would need for how many people. But yeah, so for now I'll just tell you the techniques. These transitions again, bro. Yes, period. So yeah, so just put it into your mix. You gotta make sure you're eyeballing it though, because you can obviously have too much of something in it and it won't work out well. The majority of it, you want it to be the avocado, obviously. But basically it's like for every avocado you want to have 1 jitomate. Now it just depends though, because the size that I have of jitomates, they're really nice. So then we have the cilantro. Cut that bitch up. Get those little pieces out, and then slide them into the mix. Then we have our onion. Cut that bitch up too, and then put it into the mix. Normally I would do it in that order just because like the onion makes you cry. So yeah. Avocados, jitomate, cilantro, and then the onion. But then after you're done with all of those, then you go to the limones. Now these are super thick, super big American limones, and they are not good for this. I used them because that's what I had, and I didn't like how it turned out, because like it tasted really bad. But so the ones that you do want to get though are like really tiny ones. They're really good, and they're from Mexico, so those are the ones that you want to use. But overall, yeah, just you're gonna want to use a lot of limon. Even though it seems like it's gonna be a lot, you want to use a lot, because it needs to like basically soak the whole mixture, because otherwise the flavor is not going to be there. But yeah, this limon isn't that great, but basically you might want to look for them in a market or something. I got this stuff from Walmart, and I don't know if they did have those small ones, but yeah, basically, so like this is huge. And the limons that you're looking for is about half the size. It's like this big or something. But yeah, so just look for them. I have a market right here near my place that sells them for pretty good price, and also the aguacates, they're really good priced, and they're from Mexico, so they're really good. The ones from Walmart, I don't know where they get them at, but they're not that good either, you know? Like Americanized shit is not that good in general. So yeah. So yeah, we got lucky with that, with having it nearby. So yeah, so then you're just gonna put make sure you have a lot of limon in there, but also, like, since for the first time that you're making it and shit, like, you make sure that you're tasting it throughout. Like, put in like 2 limones, 3 limones, and then taste it and see how it tastes, and then you'll figure it out like that, because I really have like no idea how to tell you like how much to put in, because it all depends on how many people you're doing it for. So yeah, and like depending on what kind of lemons you use, because these are huge and I only needed like 4 for this. I didn't even use that many, but with the little limones you use a shit ton. So yeah. And then for the salt, I would not suggest putting it in like this. I would suggest putting it all onto your hand, like a thick pile like that. And then from your palm of your hand, then putting it into the thingy, because you need a lot of salt. But if you put it in like shaking it in, like it's not gonna work out for you, buddy. And then if you put it in just like, even if it's on the bigger thingy, on the bigger opening, but you're just like pouring it in, like you're gonna go overboard really quick. So yeah, put it in the palm of your hand and then like put it into the mixture, and then that's basically the final step. Then you would just need to mix it all together. Like, I would have this in a big bowl, and then I would mix it with a wooden stick, like one of those, common Mexican household wooden sticks. And I would use that to mush up some of the aguacates. So like with this, I'm kind of going in sideways, like cutting them in half and stuff, the aguacates, so that it like is easier to squish, because like I only have this tiny little spoon. So yeah, but like for you, if you had like a what's it called, a metal fork or something, like that would work really well too, like just squishing it down, only some of them, not like all of it, but you want to make sure you get some of them squished, because that way it'll add some of the little, like it'll mix in with the limon, and it'll be easier to bring it all together, and it will be like guacamole, not just big chunks. So yeah, basically I just went and did that shit, mixed it all together, and yeah, so I ended up needing to add more limon, and I needed to add more sal. Like, you need a lot of salt.